Tell us, what is the research that reveals the praising with our children?
Well, I've looked at 3 methods. Now, the first method includes praising the person. And this could include something about the child, like, oh, you have such beautiful hair. Now, this can be good. It makes the child feel good about themselves, but it can add a lot of pressure because maybe they'll go to school and someone has different hair that might be perceived better or more pretty. And it can cause a lot of stress and anxiety to keep up. The second is praising the product. Little John, I am so proud of you. You made straight A's or you ran 2 touchdowns. This can also cause a lot of stress and anxiety for the same reason, because children are trying to keep up. It's good to praise it, but if you want to really get the best results, overwhelmingly, the research suggests to praise the process. Johnny, you worked so hard on that test. The work you put in was just great, or you practiced so hard. And what it does is it helps children really appreciate the work, the effort. And this is something that they can internalize and take into their adult lives to better ensure success.
So you're kind of more or less kind of praising the process or the work being put into it. What is being defined as confusing language when addressing our children, and how can this be hurtful?
Well, you have to realize children, they don't understand as well. I remember my daughter, every time she saw a black car, she thought it was my car. We were in California and she saw a Lamborghini. It was black. She was like, your car, Dad? I'm like, no, that's not Dad's car. But children have a hard time differentiating. So if your child is running down the hall, it's slippery, and you just say, stop, maybe they don't understand. Stop what? So they might stop momentarily, but then they run again. So it's best, according to the research, to sit down with them and look them in the eyes and smile and say, you know, Johnny, when you run down the hall, it's very dangerous. You could slip down and fall and hurt yourself. And I love you. And I don't want you to get hurt. So let's not run down the hall. And this sort of clears it up and gives them more information so they can understand why, so they won't be confused. And there's a better chance that they won't continue that behavior.
Mm-hmm. And what is being said about the impact of negative language to include calling our children bad or stupid?
I'm looking at my wife because, anyway, the bottom line is calling your children bad or stupid, this could really hurt their self-esteem. We have to be very careful with that because we have to look at some of the synonyms of bad. What does bad mean? It means poor, it can mean inferior, or even defective. And these children can internalize this. I mean, you have to think, as a parent, we're their biggest influence, especially when they're young, and they believe it. I'm bad or I'm stupid because my mom said it. So we have to be very careful and say positive things to our children so they can get that self-esteem up so they can be successful in life.
Yeah, these things can really have a long-term impact. Thank you so much, Dr. Quinn, for talking to us, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.